All right, friends, we are ready to start the top 8. Right here we have Matt Tribal playing Dragon. Matt, give us your intro. Give us your name, your deck, and your drink of the day.
Matt Tribal and played World of Order Dragon, some shitler deck that kind of made top 8 for some reason.
That is all the top 8. What's your drink?
Drinking Jaeger bombs.
Just Jaeger bombs. I like it. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we'll send you out. Go play your match. We'll send in Dwayne, who's your opponent, real quick. We're maintaining the illusion that everyone doesn't know what everyone's playing.
Yeah.
Dwayne, get in here, friend. All right, you want to close the door real quick? It's very loud outside.
Yeah.
All right, this is Dwayne Haddix. He is our reigning champion. He was literally wearing the medal 10 seconds ago, and I don't know where he put it.
I put it on the table so that people could see it.
Yeah, so Dwayne is our reigning champion. Due to technical difficulties, we haven't streamed him yet, but as a champion, Dwayne must be on the stream. So, Dwayne, give me name, deck, drink.
Dwayne Haddix. I'm playing Brass City Vault.
What the
And-
fuck is Brass City Vault?
Brass City Vault is a colorless combo deck based on Mishra's Workshop
Great.
and a bunch of colorless combo pieces. Time Vault Key, Merit Lage, and I'm playing
That card is black, by the way.
Oh, well, my mistake.
What's your drink?
There's been a lot of Yang times, but
For the uninitiated, what's a Yang time?
a Yang time is a really lazy Jaeger bomb.
It's great that you and Matt have both described Jaeger Bomb as your drink for the day.
Should be a quality match.
Pretty perfect. Yeah, this is only good. All right. Good luck. Head in there. Get started playing. We're gonna do some coverage. Every mistake you make, everyone on the internet will see, and we will talk about endlessly.
God, I hope so.
Very critically.
Yeah, we'll see what I can
So
do.
good luck. Also, yeah, get in there.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, Dwayne. All right, friends. We're gonna switch to our feature match view. If my actual stream will show me my thing, we'll have some stuff happening, which will be pretty cool. Hey, look at that.
There
we
you
go.
Should change the
give me a
names,
second.
right?
Yeah, so we got player on the left. It's a pretty workshop-looking playmat. That's going to be Dwayne for sure. I'm trying to use this mouse, which is not the greatest. Oh yeah, look at that long leg
that's
here. That is definitely Dwayne. FYI, I am Jimmy McCarthy. I am responsible for this garbage stream.
And I'm J.R. Goldberg.
We are.
I'm responsible for nothing.
And we're all thankful for that,
Yeah.
frankly. You know what? When I typed Dwayne, I maybe should have done it in the right thing. Give me 1 second to fix these because, you know, my fault. Everything is horrible.
I'm gonna get a beer. You need a beer?
I probably do, yes.
Hams?
Sure. If you saw this stream is sponsored by Hams. Hams has provided us with some swag, some t-shirts, some socks, some other cool shit. Because Hams is great, and they answer an email, whereas Malort would not. So, you know, we're doing what we can. So we got Matt on this side. His name is, like, spelled close to correct. All right, player name. Your properties. Please. Dwayne Haddix.
Did you fix it?
Okay, so it looks like we are underway. It looks like the game has started. So Matt Tribal, remember, is playing World Order Dragon. I believe he's probably blue, black, white. Can you confirm that, Jay? Or what colors is he playing?
So his list is a little heretical. He's blue, black, red.
I should say real quick, JR also played Dragon today. JR is maybe the only person in America, if not the world, who has played Dragon more than once in the last 6 years.
Probably, yeah.
At an actual sanctioned vintage tournament, including actual champs. And somehow he, like, top 4 to trial playing Dragon.
Yeah, top 4 to trial, and
It's
then
not
I was 6-0 the next day before the wheels fell off.
Yeah, so, like, JR has some strong opinions on Dragon because no one else does. Because
Yeah.
God knows. So
So-
talk to me about Tribal's deck, please.
So Tribal's deck is a little interesting. It's very heavily metagamed for workshops. So He's got a main deck Biforce, at least one.
Okay.
He has no Force of Will effects. I think he's got a couple main deck Rebs, which
I see Thoughtseize at least, so he's got the discard package.
and he does have main deck Collective Brutality.
Is he playing Dak Fade?
No.
Really? So he's playing red with no Dak Fade?
I don't believe he's got Dak in there.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. And then his board is there's no transformational element to it.
Just all in Dragon?
It's all in Dragon, and then there's like just things to protect the combo. He's got like defense grids.
Sure.
I think he's got ley lines in the board, but I don't know what he'll
Dredge
bring
is
in
a
here.
very bad matchup for Dragon, so I can understand that.
It's interesting. I mean, you're okay game 1, and then game 2 is tough. You
And
know?
like, if they have Leylines main, I'm
Yeah,
just like,
you're done.
if you
Yeah.
get Leyline game 1, like, you can't really ever win against that.
But you can, like, all things being equal, if they don't have Leyline main, like, you're one of the few decks that can race them.
Yeah, you
Like,
have hands that raise, but you
Yeah.
also have hands that are like turn 1 like Jace, Finch Prodigy, and then you die on turn 2.
Sure. But, those hands die to most everything.
Exactly. So we got so Dwayne, if we actually want to talk about the actual game, Dwayne got Thoughtseized, which I don't know what got taken.
I
I
can't
think
tell.
Dwayne has put his graveyard off of the board, as I explicitly instructed him not to do.
Yeah.
Because Dwayne is a listener, if nothing else.
Um,
But he's played 17 mana and Divining Top and a Inventor's Fair. So on his next turn, he can actually crack the Inventor's Fair, it appears. I think that's a mana source under the top. I'm not sure what it is. But if it is, he can crack the Inventor's Fair. Matt, after the Thoughtseize, has a turn 2 Bazaar and is discarding Flusterstorm, Pyroblast, Collective Brutality.
yeah, bunk.
In other words, literally discarding 3 cards that have no text on them.
Yeah, total blank.
So that feels really good to discard 3 cards with no text, and instead he probably drew 1 card with no text and maybe a land.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, 1 card with, like, 1 land is better than 4 cards with no text.
I think I saw in his hand that he has an animate spell, so
as soon as he finds a dragon,
yeah.
Dwayne can't really interact with the dragon combo game 1.
Yes, and I mean the mana crypt is huge here.
Mhm.
Like his board presence is pretty low, and Dwayne's had an explosive opening, but
Dwayne doesn't have any combos going.
Right. They're well, that's a stage.
Thespian stage, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have any way in play to actually tutor for a land.
Yeah.
He has Inventor's Fair, but Inventor's Fair only... Oh, sorry, that's 2 Sith-Phase Divining Tops.
Oh.
Dwayne is playing... Disbrass City Vault is quite the deck. So he's tapping 1 top, which means that he's almost certainly going to flip the other... He's going to use the Inventor's Fair here to get the shuffle out of it.
Sure.
Which is probably the only shuffle in his deck, because he's playing mono colorless.
Yes.
So there's not actually very many shuffle effects. And FYI, this is a little better, but yeah, it's a
Sure.
little choppy. Sorry, the video's a little choppy. We're dealing with what we got here.
We're on the struggle bus with the stream today. That's
the fact
for
that it's working at all is something, so I'll take it. So Dwayne has cracked his Inventor's Fair. If you reveal the card, unfortunately I missed it. What's he got? So he's got 3 mana, a Thespian Stage in play. Maybe he went, if he has Expedition Map, that's
What
maybe
are
a card
the-
he would get.
are
Those
those-
are 2 workshops.
Yeah.
So he got Thoughtseize, so his workshops are face up because they're open information and then no one has to write it down.
So
Because
there's a time vault.
Oh, did he get... Oh, he revealed Time Vault to... so he tutored for Time Vault, which suggests that he has either another tutor or access to key.
Yeah.
Or he's just a crazy person.
So we're
But Tribal is vamping and stuff, so this game's over.
Yeah.
Trap's gonna get...
He's gonna get dragon.
He's gonna get a dragon, untap, Bazaar, dragon, animate, dead.
Yeah.
That's it. If he has anything, basically, if he has either... Like, if a Tribal has either an animate or a dragon in hand, and the deck has... Literally is all animates and dragons. Things can end.
Yeah, I don't know how many animates he was running. I mean, I think he's heavy. He's
I
probably
assume,
got 5 or 6.
I assume he has 6.
Yeah.
So 6 to 7 is the standard.
Yeah, I was playing 5 today, which
Yeah.
felt good.
5 is like sort of like the low end, but like if you're boarding out of dragon, you're boarding into other things. 5 makes more sense.
Yes.
But like with him all in on dragon every game,
Yeah, he
I would
wants
expect
6.
he's on
Yeah.
6. And usually the 6 is like 3 to 4 animate, 1 Dance of the Dead, and 1 or 2 necromancies.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you used to play multiple necromancies when like instant speed mattered, but nowadays, like everybody's playing like swords and nature's claim and actual live disenchant and stuff. So like
Yeah.
the instant speed doesn't matter that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the Animate Dead. He obviously tutored for and discarded the dragon, and this game should be over. We'll see if Dwayne makes him play it out. There's a World Gorge Dragon. He is going to slowly mill 2 cards at a time until all of his cards are in the graveyard. Dwayne has been dead for the last 6 minutes.
Yeah.
But
He's killing with the Collective Brutality kill, which is nice
Yeah.
and elegant today.
So Collective Brutality, if you guys aren't familiar, obviously is a big card in Modern. Sees a lot of play in like Jund there. In Dragon, it's basically 4 modes. It's really bonkers. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like
it's
the duress mode is awesome. You take Swords to Plowshares, which
Yeah.
is everywhere. The
Minus
-2/-2 kills Containment Priest. It kills other like Phyrexian Revoker, who's really annoying if they revoke your Tasigur. As you can see, he's reanimated Tasigur, so he has infinite mana with the Dragon combo. So if you guys are familiar, when you cast Animate Dead on World Gorge Dragon, Dragon comes in, Dragon triggers, and all of your permanents get exiled, including all of your lands and the Animate Dead. When the Animate Dead leaves, Dragon dies, because that's how Animate Dead works. Then all your permanents come back, because Dragon is left play, including the Animate Dead. And so the Animate Dead comes back with all of your lands untapped, including Underground Sea and Bazaar of Baghdad. So then Dragon comes back in, and you loop again, and every loop, you get to tap all of your lands for mana, and you get to tap Bazaar to mill to. So you mill your entire deck, you generate unbounded amounts of blue and black or whatever colored mana, and eventually, after you've done the loop, whatever, a million times or something, when Animated comes back, instead of targeting World Gorge Dragon, you target Tasigur the Golden Fang.
Yep.
And then once you get Tasigur, you pay 4 and mill 2, but your whole deck's in your graveyard. So basically your opponent has to give you every spell in your deck into your hand, and you have infinite mana, so you just cast, you can either cast Ancestral Recall is the really classic way, because it doesn't cost any cards. You Ancestral them to draw 3, and then you get it back and do it again and again until they deck. Or the safer way, if you're worried about like extra paid or things like that, you just cast, that's the other mode of Collective Brutality, is the Drain 2. If you can cast it 10 times in a row, you drain them for 20.
And you also, I mean, you're by that point you're very protected because you have
Yeah.
infinite Force of Wills.
If you're playing Force of Will.
Yeah, which he is
So
not.
Tribal's not playing Force, but he does have Flusterstorm in his deck.
He would have infinite Rebs, I
Yeah,
guess. He
he
has
has
infinite
Pyros and
Flusterstorms.
Flusterstorms,
Yeah.
and you have infinite Duresses and Thoughtseize effects.
I'm not sure if he's running a direct, like an actual. Well, he's running Collective Brutality, right?
Yeah, so you can also use Brutality to look at their hands. Like, even if you do have to go for the end. So if you have to go the Ancestral kill for some reason. So, honestly, in Modern Dragon being kind of an anachronism because, you know, nobody's actually played Dragon since the Canadians in about 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
That's sort of the last time Dragon was in real deck, outside of Team Serious idiots like me and JR.
Yep.
I played Dragon at some TSIs before. It's a blast. It's super fun. It's maybe not a deck you'll win champs with, but JR's played it at champs multiple times. He's played it at Eternal Extravaganza
Yeah.
a couple times in Pennsylvania.
I played it at Waterbury once. I've top 8'd a bunch of times with it. I did they had one of those big Fall River.
And this is not top
tournaments,
8ing back in like 2006 when it was a real deck. You top 8'd like in the last couple of years with it.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is frankly
Absurd.
unbelievable.
It's
like actual, like people use that word like as hyperbole, but like it is actually unbelievable when you look at the deck and you're like, wait, this deck doesn't do anything.
Yeah, the printing of Dredge really made the deck completely outmoded.
Well, and especially then after they printed Dredge, they had to print Graveyard Hate that could deal with Dredge. You have cards like Leyline of the Void.
Yeah.
Is bonkers. You have
Sure.
Rest in Peace. I played Dragon Age Rest in Peace. It is about the least fun you can have playing Magic.
Yep.
When your opponent's like Landmarks Rest in Peace, and you're like, yes.
Yeah,
I
you got me.
am playing blue, black, red. I literally don't have any way to remove an enchantment.
Yeah.
Great. I will pay 6 for Tasigur. Turns out this is not a great sideboard plan in retrospect. I've been in that position. I've lost those games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
When I played at the one of the Eternal Extravaganzas, maybe like a year and a half ago or so, I played Dragon, and I played I like won my first round, and then my second round I played against Dredge with main deck ley lines, and that was brutal.
That's a
And
bad time.
My third round I played against a dude playing land still with main deck rest in peace, and I was like, what?
Like, did you metagame
really?
against
Like,
me? Yeah. Where you're like, I can't beat anyone, but I will beat the one dragon player.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
JR
ready.
will beat there,
I'm ready for this.
and I am not losing to JR.
Yeah.
And
And
he did.
he was right. Yeah,
Yes.
he did not lose to JR.
His tournament was a success.
Yeah.
So sideboard wise, we don't actually. So professionals, we don't have deck lists
No.
because
Yeah. We didn't think to do that.
we're pretty casual here. For our
So
Fed tournament.
yeah, I
So,
know. Like Matt's sideboard,
Matt was claiming his sideboard is bonkers. Matt was claiming his sideboard is like the best part of his deck. Honestly, I have literally no idea what could be in it.
I'm sure that he's gonna bring in like another by force, or
Especially
something
if he's
like
all
that.
dragons. Like what?
Yeah.
I have no idea what he could be playing in a sideboard that's good.
Yeah.
I would guess. So Dwayne being monocolorless, I would have to bet there's ley lines in Dwayne's sideboard.
I would imagine he's running ley lines and
Yeah.
some.
He
you
probably
know,
has like at least Pithing Needle. He probably has Tormod's Crypt.
Yeah.
But I feel like if Dwayne does not have Leyline of the Void, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I'd be shocked. And
Especially,
especially in a combo, he probably brings in Leyline Helm here. He may have it.
Well, it's like he might. I don't think he has it main, but like if he has access, he would bring it in
Yeah.
here.
Like,
So
why
like
would
and like so I should know the TSI meta is very peculiar in that like everyone knows everyone else. So like we all sort of have an idea of what people are going to be playing, right? So like Dwayne is our previous champion. He won with Tiny Robots, which is basically now the Ravager shop deck.
Yeah.
The champ's winning deck. He basically won with a version of that. It was probably about 6 months ago was the last event.
I think so. Not
Yeah.
including the Colorado.
That was the Colorado
one.
one he won.
So that was the last week of June.
Yeah, so last year was our last Team Series invitation. We usually do about 3 a year we sort of shoot for.
Yeah.
Because there's like Gen Con and Champs, so we try to do every couple months just as a chance to get
So
together with
Dwayne's got a
friends.
turn one needle here, which is pretty good.
So
I
Dwayne
mean,
got Needle.
We can assume he named Bazaar in
He's-
Baghdad.
Yeah. He's going to name Bazaar for sure. He's got Mishra's Factory, which is not exactly an explosive. Remember, it may not be obvious, but Dwayne is a combo deck. He's not playing prison cards. He's not playing like Revokers and Spheres and stuff. He's playing like Forge Masters and like Time Vault Key. Like this deck is Brass City Vault because he and Andy Probasco, Brassmed, worked on this deck together.
Mhm.
So like if you've watched Andy's stream, you've probably seen Andy play this among the plethora of unplayable decks that Andy plays on stream, which is basically every deck Andy plays on stream, let's be honest, except for Rat Squeeze. That is a good deck.
So
That is a real deck.
just so everybody knows too, Andy, thanks John Hammock. So Andy today had a lot of fun. Instead of playing one deck, he let his opponents roll a 6-sided die, and then he selected a deck out of his deck box at random,
Yes.
based on the die roll.
And we're not
and-
talking like the tier 1 of vintage decks.
Yeah, no, none of his decks were good.
He did,
Um,
and then in 1-4, and his one win was with his Survival Vengevine Root Wallet deck.
Yeah.
That's the only match he won, which is round 1.
He did one
From
of his,
there it went down. He lost with
No,
John.
that was round 2. Yeah,
Oh.
he had a Jund. He
Yeah.
lost with his Vile Smasher Logic Knot deck.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that one. Oh, like these are 6 decks. He's like, all right, between the 6 decks, like there is one Mishra's Workshop. He was playing his What If Workshop was restricted deck.
Yeah. So we've
So-
somehow destroyed a Pithing Needle.
Yeah, so we got so we had Engineer Explosives. Sorry, we're really paying good attention. So we had Explosives on turn 1. For 1 to blow up the Python Needle. We now are playing Collective Brutality, which appears to be duressing. I wonder if Matt knows that Dwayne is only playing colorless cards, and in fact doesn't have. I would bet there are no spells in Dwayne's 75.
That may be true.
And Matt did not discard any cards. So like if I'm so having played the Dragon versus like Mud matchups before,
Yeah.
Brutality is basically the first card I board out.
Oh, yeah, easy.
It
Yeah,
does like
for
literally
sure.
the only mode that matters is
Yeah.
killing Revoker.
Yeah.
But you know, like he's playing Brass City Vault, he's playing combo, so he doesn't have Revokers.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
he definitely played Brutality and just straight up missed.
Oh yeah.
He just tapped out, took his entire turn
To peek.
to cast Glasses of Urza for a turn. to look at Dwayne's hand and be like, okay. But on the plus side, Dwayne's turn was play a second factory,
Swing in.
attack for 2.
Yep.
And this is not Terra Nova. This is combo shops, so basically neither player is doing anything.
Yeah, Matt's hand is bizarre and something.
But
I
honestly,
can't tell.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If his hand is bizarre, his hand is good.
Yeah.
Like
Well, now it
when
is,
I
right?
play
So-
Dragon, if
Yeah.
my opening 7 has a bizarre in it, there's basically no hand I will not.
I have no idea. Matt probably is not concentrating super hard right now. But like playing the collective brutality there is terrible because like
what
like,
do you think
if you-
is happening?
if
But
you're
you know what?
if you're putting
Wait, if he had a discard,
Yeah,
if he's like playing a discard dragon, that would make a lot of sense.
right,
Like
but
that's
he
the only
didn't-
place
he
that's
didn't do
good in
that,
this
but, like,
matchup is to discard dragon.
You
but-
wanna he's essentially set himself back a turn because he has like one less card to discard now.
Yeah, he
you
just
know?
it just like didn't do anything. And like, I mean, like the only thing it could have had any effect on is if Dwayne maybe had surgical extraction. That's
Maybe.
literally the
Yeah.
only possible spell that Dwayne could have. So Dwayne has played a 3/2 for 3 on turn 3.
Yeah.
Literally playing a deck that would lose to every standard deck right now.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Most limited decks would be Dwayne would be at like 12 by now and in very bad shape.
Yeah.
Would probably lose this game to most limited decks. However, Matt's deck also could not beat most limited decks.
Oh yeah, no.
Because like there'll be a lot of games where, like basically any game Matt doesn't draw Bazaar, he is losing.
So
he is never winning a game. So he's discarding a second Bazaar, it looks like.
yeah, the one card he's keeping is Animate Dead.
Oh, he has one card left after this.
Yeah, one card Animate Dead.
It
Now-
feels real bad because if he had 2 cards left instead
Yeah.
of that brutality,
Then he gets one more Bizarre.
Yeah, that'd be
activation out of it,
huge.
which
Like-
is huge.
and if he had like a, I know he discarded at least a Bazaar. What's it? Can you see what the top card is there? The card he discarded there on the top of the graveyard. Essentially, like he's really looking
Is it
for
a
like
Jace?
any tutor. I don't think
Doesn't-
so.
Yeah, it couldn't be.
We really need a spotter, but we're pretty low tech on this stream here.
I think he's pitching a dragon now, so the game.
Oh, so he just
Yeah.
he's pitching dragon. So Dwayne is just gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Yep. Rip Dwayne. So Dwayne's like looking at the cards as though it might matter, but Dwayne knows he's dead. Dwayne
Yeah.
takes a high round and immediately handshakes because honestly, this matchup seems. This is probably the best. I feel like this is probably the best possible matchup for Tribal.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, anytime you're playing
Like
against
Piercing
a
Needle is
colorless-
very bad hate, especially when he's got like access like Bifrost and the
Yeah,
I
I wonder-
the like red version is going to be so much better against Artifact Hate.
Yeah.
And Dwayne doesn't have any. He doesn't have any spheres. He doesn't have revokers. Like
Right.
he doesn't have any of the actual.
against
he doesn't
spheres,
have Ravager.
spheres are never like the.
No, spheres are
backbreaking.
usually very
Yeah.
beatable, but spheres backed up by like Ravager and Ballista and Steel Overseer.
Yeah.
Whereas just like the spheres like buys like 1 or 2 turns. That's how you can beat Dragon with workshops.
Yeah.
And Dwayne just doesn't have access to any of that. Like if you watch a game like Matt Tribal literally spent his second turn paying 2 to discard a card
So-
for no effect
Tribal boarded in
and
null
still
rods, it looks like.
annihilated Dwayne.
Yeah.
So I see 1 null rod.
He boarded in
I don't think he
engineered
boarded-
explosives
yeah,
and null rod
Explosives
together.
and null rod. Only the best, only the highest quality play here at the Team Series Invitational. This is basically the Pro Tour, but better.
Yeah.
So he boarded multiple null rods to go with his engineered explosives. And explosives is awesome.
I was
He used
talking
it to
with,
kill-
with Matt Tribal earlier,
Uh,
and we
Kill
we-
the needle.
what's that?
He used explosives to kill the needle.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, oh no, it was good.
And like I can understand null rod bringing it into this matchup because Dwayne is playing Forge Master.
Yeah.
Dwayne's playing Time Vault Key. Like Dwayne
Yeah.
is playing a ton of activated effect artifacts. You can see so Dwayne's got
null rod
Relic
is
of
great in this match.
Yeah.
He probably boarded
Dwayne's
correctly. It
got
just looks bad.
a Ratchet Bomb.
Yeah.
I don't think I would board that in here.
No.
Like that's like that takes so many turns to kill
Yeah.
an animate death. That's just not gonna happen.
Like
He
if
did board a
you're,
Relic of Pretenders though, which is great. But Dwayne didn't have Dwayne didn't have ley lines. So like without ley, like Dwayne is. I mean, Matt is at least 70-30 in this matchup.
oh,
This is like
easy.
this is definitely the best matchup Matt could have hoped for.
Yeah. This is
And
like, do you
Dwayne
remember
is
a couple of
just
years ago
Going
when,
into this dead on board basically.
like I think it was you and me. We were testing at my house when the colorless Eldrazi deck first came out, and we were testing Dragon versus that. And like this is similar
yeah.
in that like there's a lot of
It's like,
games
can
where
you
a
goldfish
colorless deck,
faster than-
you're just goldfishing. Like,
yeah, and that deck was way better than Dwayne's deck because
Yeah.
it at least had Thought Knot Seer.
right? Yeah, that,
It's
I
like,
mean, that
it's
was
like a
some
turn,
interaction.
Yeah, that deck was like it's like a turn 4 goldfish with Thought Knot Seer.
But yeah, there. We were thinking there's a funny interaction now that Matt and I were discussing that may sort of change the optimal animate build for Dragon and the number of animates you use.
The optimal.
Yeah.
You can't see this, but I am air quoting
Yeah.
the optimal Dragon
It's
build.
deserving of air quotes.
It's like
but
the optimal TNT build.
you could now it's probably better to run more Dance of the Deads if you're expecting.
Really?
Yeah, if you're
You have to pay to untap with that card though.
yes,
Like I've
but
used that for real cards, and it, like to animate dudes, and it's so bad.
it sucks. But
It's horrible. You're like, I'll like
if you-
animate your 4/4.
if you
I don't have 2 mana to pay.
you can animate somebody else's walking ballista with Dance of the Dead and
Sure.
kill them with it in the loop.
Do you?
Like because
Well,
it
like-
comes in as a 1/1, right? And then
Yeah,
you can
you
filter
can
the mana
put all the
into
cards
it, you
into
know.
it.
So I mean, it's probably never going to be relevant, but it's something to think about.
That is actually an interesting point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That actually makes more sense because, like, honestly, like the number of games that I have played where I actually killed someone with their own creature,
Yeah. I mean, it's
It's
a
approaching
quarter
zero.
case. Yeah.
it's almost 0. But like, I mean, like, I'm like I had a game at the last time that I played Dragon. I played against Steve McGrew, who's playing. This is about a year and a half ago at the same venue. And I was playing Dragon. I was playing Blue White Black Dragon, and he was playing Mentor. It's like Blue White Black Mentor. And like I like turned with Bossies and then took his Mentor, and then second turn cast Animate Dead on his Mentor. It's
Oh,
like he had
sure.
swords in it.
Yeah.
It's like if he doesn't swords this, I'm going to just kill him with his own Mentor.
Yeah.
And if he does, then he can't swords my dragon. And like I've got a spare Animate. It's no big rush. So he did. He swords it, but it's like that's the closest I've come in years to killing something. Like you just. So I can see Dance being better because like you just don't. Modern Vintage, like
Yeah.
it's not like in the back in the days where like people playing Control Saver that literally cannot remove a creature from play unless it is an artifact.
Right.
Like you're playing like Gifts Ungiven, and it's like your removal suite is literally Hercule's Recall.
Yeah.
Chain
Echoing
Vapor.
Truth, maybe. Yeah.
That matchup. So we got Matt in here now. That basically seems like the best imaginable.
Yeah, you
matchup
gotta buy
for
in
you.
the top 8, basically.
And like
Yeah.
his sideboard is like I have like 2 Relic of Progenitus. It's, like me and JR were talking. So we got Dwayne here. Not Dwayne. Matt in here.
Yeah.
Or like surely Dwayne has like ley lines. Like he must have Leyline in the Void, right?
He didn't show me his side.
And then he
We don't think he
do
did,
sideboarded
yeah.
face up.
Yeah.
He literally sideboarded Ratchet Bomb, 2 Relic of Progenitus, and 2 Pithing Needle.
Yep.
We also really enjoyed your sideboard of bringing the Engineer Explosive with the
Yeah,
three
with
Null
all
rods.
that. Yeah.
That's what's called synergy here at Team Serious.
I mean, it's 100%
Yeah,
right,
it's real
but it
good.
looks so
I
terrible.
mean, it is right. That is not good.
I don't see the null rods and I see the EE.
Yeah.
Like I just.
I mean, the
rolled
EE
his
was
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah.
Right? That EE basically, I mean, that game, you
It
were,
won me
frankly-
game 2.
Yeah.
frankly, you were going to win that game by just drawing Tate and discarding with how
Yeah.
bad Dwayne's draw was. But the EE won you a game like 7 turns early.
Dwayne
For
is
sure.
in such a tough spot because, like,
Yeah. What, I mean,
when you
I
know
don't
your
what you're
hate
supposed
is
to do.
that bad, like, I wonder if he.
I mean, I think he has to keep any hate card. Like, he has to keep.
See,
Land
to
pitching
me,
needle.
I think you probably just mull aggressively and try and race. Like, you try and mull to a combo hand.
I
think,
kind of
you know?
like you don't have much hate. So if you have Needle in hand turn
keeping
1.
like, but his hand was
My-
awful.
My
his
hand
hand
wasn't
didn't do
terrible,
anything.
though.
No, your hand was good.
fine.
But
Yeah,
like,
your hand
no,
was
his
fine.
hand though was
I will
like
say-
was needle and nothing to back it up.
He played Needle,
Right.
and then his second turn was like attack for 2. with
Attack for
Factory.
2
It
with
was like,
factory and like
you
make
know you're
another
a
factory.
combo deck,
Like,
right?
So
Yeah.
like I mean, what's the plan after playing needle there? Like I
So,
don't,
yeah.
I
You're-
I don't see it
You
necessarily.
can't expect Needle to hold Matt off for like 7. Like you know
Right.
that Matt is playing red.
Yeah.
Which means like the only reason you play red is to play Artifact Destruction, right?
Exactly.
Like every red card that you
Why I
want
played red.
is Artifact Destruction. If that's not what you're going for, you play it like if you would rather play like Control, you play green because Xanax one's way better.
Yeah.
But like if you play red, you're
Or
playing
even
red.
Nature's Claim. Nature's Claim.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're
Yeah,
playing
or
red to
Optic
play
Ink,
cards
yeah.
like Bifrost and Ingot You. Like you're
Yeah.
playing red to just murder all the artifacts. And frankly, in this room, in a Ohio metagame, It's a
strong.
good plan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of workshops in Ohio.
And if I didn't get there when I did game 1, he was gonna blow me out the next turn.
Was he? What do you have ready for next turn? We didn't get to see.
He was just going to kill me. He was gonna
Oh,
lock me
well,
out.
yeah, he had
no,
time ball key. I know he had
yeah,
tutor for
key,
time
yeah,
ball. Did he have key in his
Yeah,
hand
key
then?
in hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he tutored, and we're like, he doesn't have anything to play. I was like, is he getting like? It's like maybe he's getting like expedition math, and then he's gonna go get dark depths and like have depths up. Like literally, he's got depths in one turn. When he got time ball, I was like, well, he must have either key or like some tutor for it in hand.
Yeah, I just had the combo.
But then you're like, well, I just need to. You're like, vamp. I just needed to. Dragon dead.
Exactly.
Like that matchup
What,
seems very good for you.
So it was very easy.
Our
going
question though, like the one thing that we saw in game 2,
we saw a lot of things. We're
well, we
very
saw-
critical.
but like what? Yeah, Captain Hindsight over here. But
we can see everything.
Yeah.
So obviously we know all the good plays.
what was your defense
turn
for
two.
playing Collective Brutality in game 2?
Your turn 2
Like
brutality.
first of all, I would have boarded him out. Right?
So your turn 2 brutality, where you like duressed him with it. What were you hoping to hit? What did you think he might have?
I don't know. I just kept it in for the kill rather than.
Yeah,
Right.
but then like you played it on turn 2, and
Why
then
didn't
turn you
just
played
sandbag
Bazaar.
it and discard it to Bazaar?
Like you played Bazaar, and it's like you literally you played brutality for nothing, and then you Bazaar, and you could have had an extra card in hand, like because cards in hand are so important, right?
Yeah, it is true.
Like, I was like I expected Dwayne. I expect Dwayne has
just did it for
0
information.
spells in a 75.
Just for information, just to see
Yeah.
what. Like,
I was thinking
I don't know what random.
yeah.
It's Ohio metagame.
Exactly. So I was thinking, I was like, the only possible, like literally the only possible spell he could have is surgical extraction.
Yeah.
But like I don't, I've him played with Dwayne a bunch. That's just there's people who play that card and people who don't. Right. There are people who every deck they play has 4 surgicals, and there's people who will never play it.
And
Right.
I've been blown out by that
Yeah.
card countless
Oh,
times.
That card is. I mean, you're talking about blowouts. If we can digress a little bit, JR here was playing against Frank. Frank Singleton. Single, right?
Yeah.
I'm very bad.
Who's
with
also
that.
in top 8.
He's in top
Yeah.
8, so we might get to see him next round. Frank is playing like green-black vintage lands,
Yes.
which is kind of like legacy lands, but worse somehow.
So I was in game 1.
JR playing Dragon.
Yeah, I'm playing Dragon. In game 1, he has
This is brutal.
he has a Mox Diamond and a Thespian stage on board and one other land, like a colored land.
Some garbage land.
some
that
garbage
doesn't
land.
do anything.
And I was like, oh, like he's probably set himself up for the Dark Depths combo here, so I better try and go off. So I vamp for a Black Lotus.
And JR playing Dragon.
Yeah, I'm playing Dragon. So I vamp for a Black Lotus, draw my Black Lotus, play it, and then crack it to cast Animate. And in response, with 2 cards in his hand, he crop rotates his green source for Bojuka Bog and just annihilates me.
So JR's turn ends with no cards in hand and no permanents in play. Which is not good. If you're the Dragon player, you really would like to have permanents or cards. Or
Well,
both.
I mean, I still have my Bazaar and stuff, but
I thought that. Oh, they didn't go. Yeah, they got
Bojuka
Bojuka
Bog,
Box.
yeah. And then game
But no
2,
graveyard, which is not great. Oh, he didn't let you mill your whole deck?
No.
Really, the play there for Frank is let you mill your whole deck when you're like, I will animate targeting Tassica. That's where like, I have a response.
Yeah.
But Juka Bog you, I'll pass. Oh, you're out of cards, I guess you die.
Yeah.
That's where you just really crush.
I mean, he wrecked me anyway.
Yeah.
If he lets JR full infinite mana there before he starts going through his deck, and he hits Tasker like halfway through, he just.
But as soon as basically, so JR has to announce the target for Animate Dead,
Yeah.
and you can respond before he comes into play.
Okay.
So as soon as JR targets Tassiger, that's when you Bajuka Bog it. I mean, honestly, it clearly doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
But if we're going for like the tightest of tight plays, like playing correctly, that's technically the most correct play. But it's like, well, I could attack for 50, but I should really only attack for 45 in case somehow you survive. I need a blocker. Like it's like not very relevant, frankly.
Right.
No pun intended, because it's Frank who crushed you.
Yeah. Game 2, he also crushed me.
Isn't
I
there
had
a certain point where you can draw it out though if he doesn't Bajuka Bog you?
no, because if he Bajuka Bogs at any point, then it will fizzle, right? Like there's no way that I can declare it like an infinite loop, because there's no other dragon, unless he does it in a way where
Right.
Bajukabog resolves
And you still have
before
bizarre
animate
activation.
is still, and then I get one more bizarre activation, and then off of that bizarre activation, I hit another dragon,
Okay.
right? In which case, if Tassiger had been seen, I would draw the game.
Yeah.
But if Tassiger was still there, I would win.
It's just an awkward situation.
Oh
at
yeah,
that
it's
point.
super awkward. Yeah. But congratulations on
Thank
your big victory. Good luck in top 4. Do you know who you're gonna play?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I think we were the first match to
Yeah.
finish.
Fine.
So what did 1-8? We were 3-5, so I'll face either for no, we're 3-6, so I'll face force.
Perfect.
Alright, you'll face
I got-
the winner of 2-7.
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah.
topic. You will face the one and only Ben Perry.
Oh,
Former. So I should know. So Dwayne is the reigning TSI champion. We've had
5,
7
6,
TSIs or something. No one has ever won a second one. It's like no one has won more than one.
Yeah.
The closest was Ben Perry, who won and then made top 4 of the next one.
Mhm.
And he lost in top 4 playing Tukarmani, his signature deck. And unfortunately missed a finals where he would have played against Dredge, aka the buy
Yeah.
for the main deck Leyline Tukarmani deck. So Ben was like 1 game away from repeating.
I have already beat Ben
But do
2-0.
You're playing Ben, right? You're going to be playing Ben next. So
Yeah.
so top 8. Top 8 was, we had first place, we had Aaron Campbell playing Dredge at 12 points. Second place was Randall Withermore playing Belcher at 11 points. Third place, Matt Tribal with Dragon. Fourth place is Frank Single playing Vintage Lands. Fifth was Sam Crollo running Doomsday. Sixth place was Dwayne, who you saw on stream, running Brass City Vault. 7 is Ben Perry playing Ben Perry Combo Oath.
Yeah.
So he has like Time Vault Key and like multiple Gristle brands, and like I think he has like 2 Gristle brand and like 1 Emrakul or something. He has a very Ben Perry bizarre creature mix.
Yeah.
On like Demonic Consultation, the full Ben Perry tutor suite.
Yeah, it's an oath with all of Ben Perry's favorite cards.
Exactly.
Like,
It started at about 80 cards earlier this week, and he slowly cut cards to get down to what he's at
I
now.
think he was actually at 90 cards.
He was
He
basically
had a bunch of
he's
cards.
like, here's every non-old school card I own all at once. I will slowly cut cards until I get to 75.
Yeah.
And then 8th place was Nam Qtron, who's playing Tukarmani, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah. I think that's true. Is he playing Tukarmani?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think he might be on Ravager Shop.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So if you have Tukarmani, that's good because he played against Aaron in the first round, top 8.
Yeah.
Who's playing Dredge. So he'd much rather be Tukarmani in that matchup
Yes.
with main deck Leyline. But I don't actually know. I don't. So an unnamed associate, an unnamed friend of Team Sirius may or may not have brought a box of Unstable. So there's a current draft going on of. There's allegedly an unstable draft happening. I don't want to get anyone into trouble here, so allegedly there's some unstable. I know Erin is in the alleged unstable draft, which suggests that she did not win.
Oh.
Because what I'm saying is that she probably got blown out if she's drafting at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. But sounds like, so if that match is done, you guys are done. Let me go see. I think Sam and Frank are probably done. So we're probably ready for the next round of the top 4.
Yeah.
So our choices, we're gonna have Oath deck, which is Ben Perry. We've got a Dragon deck with you playing against Ben Perry. You didn't hear that. You don't know he's playing. I definitely did not reveal.
Well,
that
they
information to you.
played earlier today.
We already played.
I know.
I
I don't really care because everyone knows what everyone's playing.
75. He knows my 75.
And then the other one. So I'm gonna go figure out what is happening. I'm gonna let JR hang out here. You can talk to Steve Benendian.
Yeah, Steve's in the chat.
Steve's in chat?
Yeah.
What up, Steve?
The one and only Smenin.
John Hammock was in there too for a
Yeah.
minute. I don't know if he still is.
Yeah. I mean, we're mostly talking to ourselves. We'll put it on YouTube. It'll be great. It'll be
Yeah.
super fun.
For sure.
This is way less cast than last time we let Randall talk, and Randall was
Yeah.
a little
No
bit
one-
intoxicated.
No one is
He
super
is
drunk right
always
now.
intoxicated.
No.
Yeah.
And like we're sort of planned out. We're not just like Twan like just talking to himself like nonstop for 20 minutes.
And it's not Nam yelling fuck every 3 seconds.
That's true. Yes, we have the door closed. Like I will say, like even if we had the scene from the start, I plan to execute a little bit more creative control and producer control, aka When Sally's like, "Hey, let me commentate," it's like, no, that's not the stream we want to run.
Yeah.
Like, we'll criticize Tribal for making bad dragon plays, but not in a mean way, just because. Why did he pay a black and one to discard a card? I don't know either. Do you know?
Information.
That seemed bad. Paid a black and one to look at your opponent's hand. It's not a card I would play, but he's won the game, so how bad could it be? Alright, I'm going to go get the next round started. So I will be right back yet. The pool is open now. After this turn is over, everyone's going to go hang out in the pool.
Yeah.
Hopefully Justin Dewey brought a swimsuit and will not be borrowing
Tracy is
one of our friends' wives' bikini bottom.
He may just swim naked.
He
did
may.
that last time.
That's basically what happened with
Justin
the bikini
Dewey
bottom.
this morning
He
told me
is
that he had
very
3
good.
goals today. His first goal was to finish over 500, which he did.
He made top 8. No,
no,
he missed out.
he-
He drew out of top 8,
he drew
which
out
I
of top
told him
8.
he was doing.
His second goal was to see Dwayne Haddock's penis.
Which
And
he'll
his-
probably
Yeah, which he may
accomplish.
still do. And his third goal was to see Mike Salamasi's penis.
That is not a goal I want to
Yeah.
accomplish.
I'm not in on that goal myself, but I support my friends in all their endeavors. So whatever.
Gooston is a crazy person.
Yeah, wild and crazy guy. That's what he is.
The night is still young, John.
Yeah, the night is still young. John Hammock, we miss you terribly here. We wish you were here, obviously. It's always a blast when you're around. Steve, of course, you're welcome to a TSI at any point if you'd love to swing by. Really, anyone in the that's viewing this right now, I would highly encourage you to try and make it out to some sort of Team Serious event because they're a blast. It's everything that's fun about Vintage. Vintage is a format that's so strictly based on the community and the work that the community has put in, and I think that a lot of the people here are people that have put their best foot forward. It's great. It's really just sort of a blast to hang out with people that have been playing the game for a long time, that have seen it go through the myriad of changes that it has, and still love Vintage for what it is. I think everybody here is super positive about the format generally, and that's great. That's what you want, And I think everyone here too is plays in a relaxed fashion. Realizes that it's not the this isn't necessarily for all the marbles, So I think
It's more of a fun time.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Big group of people getting together.
Yeah.
And having fun.
It's a boys and girls weekend that just happens to have Magic played at it.
Exactly.
I think it's a social event first, which is really fun.
Yep.
John Hammock has told us that Jimmy really wanted to see Dwayne's dick at Eternal Weekend too. That's not the most surprising thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. I still have a bunch of voicemails that Jimmy left me at like 2 a.m. from Eternal Weekend that I haven't listened to. Maybe we'll just play those during the top 4. Like maybe I'll just get out my phone and play.
Between top 4 and top 2?
Yeah, just play a bunch of Jimmy's voicemails. They're like, I woke up the next morning because I didn't go to Eternal Weekend this year. I had to work. And I woke up and I just saw multiple calls from Jimmy starting at 2:41 in the morning. And then each of these voicemails was 3 to 4 minutes long.
Oh,
and I'm
man.
just oh man, I do not have time for this right now. But they're still saved on my phone. So maybe I'll play them for Jimmy and see what he has to say. See if he has some director's commentary for them.
Top 2 will have to be in here to comment on those voicemails.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what? Jimmy and I were talking about Dragon a little bit. What do you think? Why do you think Dragon is? Well, do you think Dragon is quote unquote well positioned right now?
Don't really think it is.
No, I don't think it is either.
I think there's so much counterplay against the deck itself.
Yeah.
I think it just gets blown out by most decks in the format currently.
I always told people.
But at the same time, I kind of metagame for what I thought would be here.
Yeah.
So it's been doing well somehow. I
Sure.
can't really explain how.
Yeah, you know, you got to run good with it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I always tell people that that dragon is like the fish of combo decks, and that like you can play, you know, like. You know, like the bargain combo deck, and you sort of know what you're getting. Like, there's bad metagames for it, or there's good metagames for it, but like the list is the list, and like you're gonna play it, you know, minus
You're
one or two
playing,
cards.
like,
You know,
54 of the same cards,
exactly.
no matter how you're
Right?
playing it.
Yeah. Well, dragon, I think, like you have to cater your list to
what you're going to be.
yeah, to like what you think is going to be in the room.
Yep.
And the stream isn't frozen for us necessarily, Steve. But I hope it gets fixed. Andy Probasco hanging out here, being a guy, being
How
a
was the
dude.
pool?
Yeah,
It's alright.
yeah. Pool's
Warm?
good.
Yeah.
Is anyone naked yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I think Dragon is a deck where the narrower the metagame, the better the deck is, because you can build it
Yeah.
in a way that is really
In a 32 deck room,
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more comfortable than a 400 deck room like Vintage Champs.
sure, certainly. Unless Vintage Champs, like, you know, I think you can, if you know that a massive percentage of the field at Vintage Champs is going to be one deck, if there's a clear best deck,
Like Ravager Shops.
like
this
Ravager,
year.
like if I thought that 25% of the room was gonna be shops or something like that, like I feel like I would feel comfortable playing Dragon. But if I was going into a metagame, and like I said to myself going in, like if this tournament is 9 rounds, then
There's no.
you know, and I could play 9 different decks, then I probably would not play Dragon. You know, so
But Ohio metagame being knowing that it's majority shops and a few storm decks, which are probably playing Paradoxical Outcome.
sure.
You know you're going to face a lot of artifacts, so I can just play Artifact Hate and not have to worry so much about Oath,
Right.
which is what I did in this room, and it's worked out so far.
Yeah. I actually played against Oath twice today. Or 3 times. 3 times. And I went 2-1, which was shocking because I was not, I didn't think I was, you know, my main deck and my board were not prepared for it at all. But you know, I mean, the deck in some ways is powerful, you know?
It works because, like, you can also race
Yeah.
Oath, whereas, like, you don't need to necessarily have hate for it. You can just race it and win sometimes.
Sure. Yeah.
So you don't need to have the enchantment destruction. You can just have the artifact destruction and still not worry about it.
Yeah. I think that my board, like today I boarded like a bunch of dudes in. I just became sort of like a mid-range aggro deck after boarding, which, you know, obviously for Oath, you know, playing against Oath, it's not great.
They have an advantage at that point.
But like Oath in some ways is a pretty decent matchup for you post board if you have a plan, because a lot of the cards that you fear the most, like Grafdigger's Cage or Containment Priest, are not cards that you're going to see out of them.
Yeah.
So like, you know that the quality of hate that they're going to have are
And even at that point, I have hate for creatures and artifacts, so I don't worry
Yeah.
about those much. If they have Rest in Peace, Leyline of Void, that's where I'm getting
that's way
worried.
tougher. Yeah, but yeah, you know, I mean, that's for sure. Let's think.
I saw that he's hiding his face.
Yes, that was Matt Knows, a you know, a long time you know, player in the Ohio region. No relation to Nat Mose, the Wizards of the Coast employee. So I don't know where Jimmy is and what we're
The other results are.
what the other results are, but I'm sure we'll get there. I mean, we know you're playing Ben, right?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know that much.
Well, how did Oh, Steve, yeah, Priest. I mean, like timing wise, they can sort of blow you out with it, but like realistically, it's just a really bad piece of hate. That's sort of why Collective Brutality is such an elegant card in the deck, because you can sort of duress away an effect and kill Priest.
While discarding,
while discarding a dragon or something, or a Tasigur. So, but yeah, Priest is not kind to our intrepid hero, certainly. How did your match with Ben go when you played in the Swiss? What were some of the interactions?
He didn't really draw any hate. I just got to my combo before anything really happened.
Sure.
Both games.
Yeah. When I played Ben, I felt like I kept 2 fine hands, and Ben kept 2 good hands.
Okay.
And it was just like one of those Magic games where he had better cards than me, throughout, and that's that's unfortunately how Magic goes sometimes.
It works that way.
But yeah, I mean, how did you board against him the first time? Do you remember?
I'll say I brought in the Ingot Chewers just to chew away any artifacts he brought in, the Engineered Explosives, the Biforce. And then if we were going to
So you have 1 Biforce in the main and 1 on the board?
One side, 1 main.
Okay.
And then if we were going to go to game 3, I was thinking about bringing defense grids in.
Sure.
But we didn't get to that point. I just comboed out game 2.
Yeah. And defense grids that's an interesting play. Certainly,
it works against most blue decks, and they don't expect it against another combo deck, especially Dragon.
Yeah.
They'll expect it versus Storm. Because it's always played.
Yeah.
But something like Dragon, they're not so much expecting it.
What would you when you bring them in? What would you take out for them? I mean, you probably can board out Collective Brutality in that match, or board down to 1, right?
1 or 2, take out maybe a Pyroclast or a
Pyroblast. Yeah.
Maybe 1 Jace. Just bring out one of.
Yeah.
Still keep some of those cards in there.
Sure. Board out Pearl every once in a while.
I've been keeping Pearl in. I've been taking out Jataxian Probe more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see Probe at all today. I wish I did. It's a fun card. I cast Treasure Cruise once. I never drew Dig. I never drew Probe. I didn't draw. Yeah.
I think I've boarded out Dig twice.
Kept
the Treasure Cruise.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Kept one of the 2.
Sure.
Depending on what the matchup is.
Right.
If I need an instant or just a draw 3.
Yeah.
In that case.
I can see that. Well, I hear Jimmy, so that means he's 4 to 5 rooms away.
He's in the basement.
Yeah, he could be in the basement. When I drove in last night, I pulled down into the driveway of Jeff's house and got out of my car, and I literally could hear Jimmy talking in the house from Jeff's driveway. And his driveway goes down to the basement, and Jimmy was upstairs. So
he was upstairs, not on the first
floor?
floor?
No, not on the first floor.
Alright, so you are not going to be featured.
Okay.
Just when you can be featured in the finals, though.
Yeah.
Man. You are playing against
Ben Perry.
Ben Perry, right?
Ben Perry. Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially, of the top 8, it could be
Dragon.
a lot worse.
Yeah.
It could be Nam, who's playing 5-card Monty, or 2-card Monty.
Yeah.
With,
5-card Monty.
He's playing 5-card. He's playing 2-card Monty with main deck Leyline. You want to know what's a bad matchup? Is Dragon against 2-card Monty. Having played it, it's not much fun.
No.
It's not.
We're like, game 1 Leyline, game 2 Leyline. You're just like,
I've played that matchup multiple times against Ben Perry himself.
yeah, and you're like, this sucks.
This sucks.
It sucks real bad.
Steve, we're about to stream another match. We're just waiting for the top 4 to start.
The top 4 is going to start in a minute.
Freaking silly.
I do not know. I mean, maybe we can bring Sally in.
He'll be out there in a second. Matt.
We'll see if we can
Yes,
arrange
whatever
that. He may be in the pool.
Wait, did
I don't
someone
know.
ask? We're not doing Sally commentary.
Steve has requested Sally
I do
commentary.
not care. Steve is not the boss of me. No
Yeah.
offense, Steve, but you're not the boss of me, and
Steve says he wants to talk shit to him.
you can talk shit to Sally all you want. Text him. I'll give you his number.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I'm not letting Sally do commentary. Like, He's too negative. I don't want that negativity. I want friendly commentary.
As opposed to us, the two most positive people.
Oh, we're very positive in that we're positive
that we're better players than the people in the top 4.
Well, I'm positive I'm better and that you're much worse. Which is true, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But I'm not better now because,
We're retired.
we are has-beens.
Yep. Vintage
But-
has-beens.
Could be worse because we're not never oneses. There's plenty of those.
It's true.
We're just has-beens.
Oh,
We talk shit about the Wisconsin game. You know what, Steve?
is Ohio State winning, Steve? I haven't checked the score.
They're winning by 11. It's on downstairs.
Okay.
You know what, Steve? Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear you about it. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Jimmy is the biggest shit talker.
I am-
He's the biggest shit talker I know too, Steve.
I have nothing of the sort. These are all lies. I'm going to switch over to the feature match view and make sure that those gentlemen. Also, our commentators are G and Sarah Mose.
That's all right. Well, who are you? Are you G or Sarah?
Which one do you want to be?
Doesn't matter. We can flip a coin.
I'll be Sarah.
Okay, I'm G.
Doesn't really matter that much.
Nope.
So yeah, we're going to switch to the player view. I'm going to go try and herd some cats into the feature match area to actually play some Magic. I'll be right back. I will let JR argue with Steve about who knows what.
That's
you guys,
fine.
You guys should talk about Justin Dewey's quest
I did. I mentioned that.
and why he's so sad Kevin Crone isn't here.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Because he
point.
had plans. His
Yeah.
number one goal for today is unfulfilled because Kevin's not here.
Yeah. So, oh, the field goal got blocked. 21-10. I see. So, Steve, you may get a kick out of this that before Justin Dewey's goals for today were to finish above 500, see Solly's dick and see Dwayne's dick. His number one goal was to see Kevin Cron's dick, which I guess to Gustin is like the holy grail of Team Serious dicks. Steve, we are trying to watch Vintage. I apologize that we haven't gotten this going as quickly as maybe we want to. I don't know what the other top 4 match is. I don't know who wins. So I'm sure Jimmy is in process of getting them up. Right now I'm staring at a black screen. But I'm sure it's going to come up here in a second. I don't know why the screen is black. But I'm trying to think. I don't think that there were any like super blowout plays today that like everyone went crazy for or anything. No bad beat stories that I can think of. There were a lot of quick matches because there were a lot of people playing like terrible Ohio combo decks. So I'd feel like I was like playing a match at a pretty fast clip, and like Probasco or Randall or somebody would come down and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I finished my match 10 minutes ago," But I don't know. I can't think of any like tremendous stories that are going to go into Ohio Magic lore or anything like that from this one so far. Steve, did you come back to Ohio for Thanksgiving or anything like that, or did you stay out on the West Coast? I'm gonna go check for those of you that are still watching and see where we're at progress-wise, because I have nothing important to say, and I feel weird just sitting here. So I'll be back in a sec.
I don't know what you did to fix it last time.
Yeah.
Is this just... Alright. We're gonna get to our actual stream in a second. We've got our tech guru, Jerry Oyang, helping out because I spent a long time messing with it, and I clearly have no idea what I'm doing, and eventually gave up. But Jerry is a hero. He's gonna fix it. But Jerry did not play today. Jerry is retired from Vintage forever.
Yeah, it's just black.
So at some point he'll come back. I trust Jerry. He fixed it last time when I was just like, I'm done with this. If I have to touch this computer again, I'm throwing it into the river where it belongs. Maybe like into hell. That looked like a good drink. How's your hams?
I don't know, it's got a weird aftertaste. Oh well.
Is it bad? Because that's just how hams taste.
That's just how hams taste?
Yeah, the weird aftertaste is just like
It's just hams.
just metal. It's not good. No, it's this. I don't know what you did last time, but you fixed it last time, but now it's just this.
I wonder if it's still.
Sorry, friends. We'll be with you shortly. We're just
Steve is getting impatient.
fixing the restream. Steve is watching OSU currently ahead of Wisconsin. What would be their only meaningful win of the year for their
They beat Penn State.
for their garbage team full of garbage people from a garbage city and a garbage state.
They beat Penn State. That was a good win.
No offense. But none of the people in this room live in Ohio, so
Yeah, no, it's true.
we all know better.
Got out while we could.
Exactly. Alright, Jerry, what do you got for me?
I don't know. It's actually on though.
It is on. I saw that.
VLC says it's on.
Yeah. Maybe click the checkbox and unclick it.
That's what I just tried now.
It's hard to find the checkbox.
Yeah, it
It's
really is.
stupid.
Oh,
Jeff doesn't use a mouse like a normal person. He uses a trackball. We're on Jeff's computer, so this trackball's not great. It usually takes about 15 seconds to actually come to video if that's happening. So we're close. We're just getting the stream piece back up. You can also just re-add the source if you want, because it's just totally working now.
if I
Or
rewind.
we can just add the source back again. I guess I will stop lounging here for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the wonders of live television here.
That's finest.
And video, yeah, I guess turns out we're not very good at this. We're just kind of winging it. Hey, Jerry, do you remember that IP?
Yeah. 192.168. 2.24. Slash.
Alright.
You have to click the plus, right?